right there. If not, then please, if you were ever my friend, or if you ever cared or enjoyed my show, any episode, go out and do this for me, okay? See it for yourself, and then see it again.
Fine. Fine. I'll see the new Superman movie. Not for Superman. For Joe. I will see the new Superman movie for Joe. But I'm wearing my Batman shirt, alright?
Excuse me.
Okay, on the offhand that Angry Joe actually is watching this, big fan of your stuff. I love it. That's why I went and saw this. Well, that's part of the reason why I went and saw this movie. But I was planning to see it with friends anyway. But I went and bought 2 tickets. I bought 2 tickets to the same showing for Joe. Okay, so this is the ticket that I printed out from my Fandango order. And it's really tough to see because my printer's really, really shitty. But the confirmation number right here is like 904080 whatever 821. So I mean that's that confirmation number. But then the actual ticket that I bought at the theater, the confirmation number is like 00408. So it's actually really different. So that that right there, I did actually get 2 tickets to this movie. And you got to understand where I'm coming from. I may be a big fan of Angry Joe. I'm not a big Superman fan. I've never been too sold on Superman, hardly at all. Granted, I haven't really read a whole lot of Superman comics. I'm open to the idea of checking out a few. I just haven't. I don't really know where to start. I did read one that was like if Clark Kent if he had crashed to Earth and he was adopted by the Wayne family. And that was really interesting. But be that as it may, you understand where I'm coming from. Don't know much about Superman, not a big Superman fan. And I also went and saw this with 3 other people that all, actually they hate Superman more than me. And now I'm going to be speaking publicly, like just to anyone that happens across this video. There are moments when Man of Steel really shines. It comes into its own. You get an idea of what this movie could have been, like from beginning to end, in my opinion. Like when Superman is first he first dons the suit and he's flying for the first time. The expression on his face, the awesome music. The music in this is. I'm trying to come up with an analogy, but I can't. My words are defying me for the first time ever. The music is outstanding. And I had this feeling. I had the feeling the movie was going to do this because it's being done by, it's produced by Christopher Nolan. It's infamous for, kind of being kind of like a distant cousin to the Dark Knight and Batman movies, in look and feel. And from the trailers, I kind of had this bad feeling that wasn't going to work for Superman. Because Superman, although I may not like him really, I get that, or the impression that I always got about Superman was that he was a ray of hope. When we're down on our worst, he reminds us of what we could be and what we should be, and that's what makes him inspiring. And that's kind of what I always assumed the character was. Again, correct me if I'm wrong. I may be ignorant because I don't know a lot about the character, but that's just kind of what I always thought of Superman as. The thing is that the movie doesn't feel like that. It still has this dark, grimy, angsty kind of look to it. There's only a couple of moments when, especially with Russell Crowe's character preaching hope, 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 hope every time he's on screen. I would have been okay with the whole movie looking and feeling grimy and angsty and dark and having Superman be the one person that stands out amongst the whole thing. That I would have been great. I would have been okay with that. Actually would have worked great. But for the most part, I never really got that from him. Not that Henry Cavill's a bad actor. It's just that they didn't write that in a whole lot. Maybe that's just, again, I had the wrong expectations because I don't know Superman that well, but I figured, and there were a lot of opportunities where they could have put that in there, where they could have really, the final fight of the movie, and by final fight I mean the actual final fight, not the third one. That was the other thing, is the movie was too long. It could have ended like 3 times, but it just kept going. he cares about humans. He cares about us. We're his people now. And during that whole fight with Zod, like, I'm okay with Superman being the superior fighter, but what they could have had was people about to be crushed by debris during the fight, or collateral damage, and Superman going out of his way to save them, and he saves them, but it costs after a while you make it so that it's really costing him the fight. Have General Zod really be taking advantage of it to the point where he starts targeting people directly instead of even attacking Superman. He's talking about sacrificing himself for the sins of people, and there's a stained glass window of Jesus behind him. I was like, wow, that's real. Thanks, Zack Snyder. And then he kills a guy, which, again, correct me if I'm wrong, my history on Superman is a little fuzzy, but I don't think he kills people. All in all, the movie feels very kind of cold because of that lack of ray of hope kind of message or feeling being a constant thing. It ends up feeling very dispassionate and very unaffecting in a lot of ways. It's, again, there are moments when the movie really shines, like the scene I mentioned with him first learning to fly, and the scene with a certain character dying. For those of you that are watching this and haven't seen it, a certain important person in Clark's life dying in a flashback. But the thing is that it's just little pockets here and there. It's not a constant thing. And when your constant thing is 2 hours and 40 minutes, because Zack Snyder is really good at adapting things as opposed to his own original screenplay, you would also kind of think that this would be a area that he shines in. And I didn't quite get that. Like, I think a lot of people are seriously overreacting to this movie. I'm not going to name certain other critics on Twitter, but it wasn't unbearable to watch. It was just kind of alright. And for someone who really does not like Superman, you could count that as a point. At least he punched something in this movie. Fucking Superman Returns. I think that was the last one that came out. See, that's another thing, is that movie did more than just shit on Superman and comic book movies in general. It actually kind of hurts the impact of this movie. Imagine if Superman Returns just didn't exist. That would mean that Man of Steel would have been the first Superman movie since the originals. That amount of time span, people would be like, wow, like, there's a new Superman movie, oh my god. But now Superman Returns has kind of blown it for everybody. The excitement's gone now, and this new generation who might not have gotten to experience the originals, now the only memory they have is Superman Returns, and that's bad. I think it's like that. It's like that bad taste in our mouths. You know what I mean? So all in all, Man of Steel was not awful. It was not the worst thing I'd ever seen, but you can't really put that on the poster either. You know, I can't imagine myself seeing it again. Really, I already bought 2 tickets, so I don't need to see it again. I've already paid for the second time. Hopefully, I didn't piss off too many people. I would actually look forward to a sequel, because that would be an opportunity to really kind of expand. Oh, that was the other thing I was going to mention, actually. In this one, the relationship between Clark and Lois, didn't feel it. Like, zero whatsoever. I felt like they were bros in the movie. I felt like they were pals. So when they finally do end up kissing, it felt really weird and unnatural, and it's entirely possible that there's just so much packed into this movie that there wasn't really room for a love story. I don't know, it kind of reminded me of Thor, because there's like no chemistry whatsoever to these two. And that's where I kind of linked with the sequel, is maybe that's something that they'll save for a sequel. Now there's a chance, there's something to build off of, and I would actually look forward to a sequel, because there would be more to expand on and to improve on. This could have been so much worse, but it could have been better, and that's why I'd look forward to sequels, is to see something to improve on. I don't think you need to see it in 3D, but I don't like 3D anyway. So that's my thoughts on Man of Steel. Take that for what it's worth. Angry Joe, on the off chance 1 in a million that you're watching this. Please don't be pissed. I bought 2 tickets to this thing, so I supported it still. It's just, I think that entitles me even more to my opinion on it. And I'd look forward to a sequel. I really would. Guys, I'd like to hear what you thought of it, because it's apparently something people are very divisive on. So leave me some comments. Let me know what you think, and I will see you on a later time. Bye-bye.